Hello and welcome to World Insight special program, Way into Sessions. I'm Tian Wei. China's political season, the two sessions, is in full swing in China. It's usually a rare opportunity for the press to have direct interactions with Chinese officials at ministerial level and above. At the annual press conference on China's foreign policy, I got to ask Chinese State Councilor and Foreign Minister Wang Yi about China's role in the United Nations and the international community at large. Let's listen in. 王国伟您好，中央广播电视
CGTN. This year marks the 50th anniversary of the restoration of the lawful seat of the People's Republic of China in the United Nations. Could you give us some comments on this topic? Many countries have high hopes for the reform of the United Nations. What is China's view?
多谢。
今天提出这个问题，我觉得非常及时。
It's a highly relevant question. 50 years ago, the 26th session of the UNGA adopted a resolution to restore the lawful seat of the PRC. The audience, we all remember, broke into rapturous and long applause. Many from brotherly countries in Asia, Africa, and Latin America cheered and hugged each other in celebration. Representatives from 57 countries took to the podium to extend congratulations. That was indeed an historic moment with a major country with 1/4 of the world's population rejoining the UN family. The organization finally achieved universality in a real sense. From that day on, the People's Republic of China has contributed its share to world peace and development as a trustworthy and reliable participant in this noble cause. Over the past half-century, China has firmly safeguarded the UN-centered international system under the international order underpinned by international law. China has joined almost all international intergovernmental organizations and has been party to over 500 international conventions. Today, China is the second largest contributor to the UN peacekeeping budget and has sent more peacekeepers to UN missions than any other permanent member of the Security Council. China champions equity and justice and stands for equality among all countries, regardless of their size. China's vote in the UN always belongs to the developing world. The UN is not a club for big or rich countries. All countries enjoy sovereign equality, and no country is in a position to dictate international affairs. We should increase the representation and voice of developing countries in the UN to better reflect the shared aspirations of the overwhelming majority of countries. Standing at a new historic starting point, we in China will honestly act upon major initiatives and measures announced by President Xi Jinping, and will take a more active part in UN activities and work toward the UN's vision for the world in which nations beat the swords into plowshares and enjoy lasting peace free from the scourge of war. Thank you.
联合国的理想而持续的努力，谢谢。
China is increasingly clear about the role it can play in the international system. It is also clear about what the red lines are in China-US ties. That's reflected in the answers given by the foreign minister at the press conference. With the country's exports for the first 2 months of 2021 increasing more than 60% compared to last year, and the pandemic well under control, the country is confident about what it can achieve. But even more importantly, in planning for all possible scenarios, China can prepare for the worst while hoping for the best. For example, on China-US ties, pivoting towards cooperation rather than competition, and certainly not rivalry. On neighborly relations with India, for example, focusing on common ground rather than disagreements, the comprehensive picture rather than just the border conflicts. Although China acknowledges that actions speak louder than words, China must also carefully communicate with the rest of the world due to the pervasiveness of social media clashing with delicate geopolitics. The annual press conference of China's foreign minister is one of those efforts. Freshening up facts, clarifying stances, and mapping out agendas.